All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing the word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners who may have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. And what I want to get into, all right, today, as though you once knew this, all right, and it was inspired, by this scripture in the book of Jude, 1 and 5. And, as we had class yesterday, the elder brother, Bun Yun, all right, brought this precept out, going into proving how, Israelite foreigners are actually Israelites. And what we see when we read, through the New Testament, and we have to ask ourselves, okay, why are there constantly, going into, all right, Israelite history? Because the big thing with Christians is that, uh, 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 being an Israelite doesn't matter anymore. Salvation is open up to everyone. Well, if that's the case, why are, all right, these epistles to the church, whom the Christians, say that the church is just any nation, the Gentiles represent all the nations? Well, why are these epistles written to the church? Why are they referencing Israelite history? If being an Israelite doesn't matter anymore, like we say, you got people like Vocab and certain theologians, they push the replacement doctrine as if, the actual heathen, the actual other nations, okay, that believe on Jesus replace natural born Israel. But that's not the case. All right. And that's why even the theme of the New Testament goes into Israelite history. All right. And we're going to go into it. Okay. Because think about it. If let's say let's say you go to work and they got a new software. Okay. Y'all worked on a certain software for a while. That's what y'all worked off for. All right. Let's just call the software the T-Rex. Okay. Y'all did everything on the T-Rex software. The billing, whatever you did, billing, accounting, you did everything on the T-Rex software. All right. Well, if they replace the T-Rex software, okay, say with a Rhino software, that's the new software that the company uses, the Rhino software. Well, if that's the new software that they're going to use, when they hire new people, why would they teach them the T-Rex software? Why would they even talk about the T-Rex software if y'all don't even use that software anymore and it's a new software? Okay? So what sense would it make when we go through these accounts in the New Testament? Why are they talking about Israelite history if that doesn't matter anymore? If being an Israelite doesn't matter anymore, what's the point in going into Israelite history? Okay? So as we go into these things, this is the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 5. It said, I would therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not. Okay? So he's writing to the church. This is a letter to the church, and he's saying, okay, I would therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, man. All right, and when did we know these things, man, in our past lives? All right, you see, this is how you know reincarnation. All right, that there was common knowledge amongst our people. Okay, I will put you in remembrance. All right, these are Israelites living in foreign lands. Okay, these are Israelite foreigners. They have been. This is third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh generations of Hellenization of our people, man. Okay, living in Asia Minor. Okay, in Rome. Okay, so why? all right, do the apostles feel the need to go into Israelite history if that doesn't matter anymore? If all that matters is confessing, as Christians say, Jesus Christ. Okay? If Israel is done away with. Okay? So he begins to go into what? It says, I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, that the Lord, having saved the people, okay? Let's read this in the NLT. It says, so I want to remind you, though you already know these things, that Yahweh Shai first rescued the nation of Israel from Egypt. Okay, but later he destroyed those who did not remain faithful. Okay, so they're writing about Israelite history to these churches. Why is that? Let's go to Galatians. Okay, and it's the same thing all throughout these epistles. It's the same theme. You know, Galatians 4 and uh, uh 26. It says, but Jerusalem. Okay, matter of fact. All right, yeah, let's start in Galatians 4 and 26. It says, but Jerusalem, which above is free, which is the mother of us all. Okay, so why is he speaking about Jerusalem? Why are they speaking about our capital city, the capital city of Israelites? Okay, he said Jerusalem is the mother of us all. Okay, because hey, that's what we was nurtured. Okay, as a people. You know, you go into a mother, that's your a mother was like, until you're nurtured, that land nurtured us. Okay, into a nation. You see? So why is he writing this to the Galatians? That Jerusalem is the mother of us all. Okay? It says, for it is written, rejoice, rejoice, thou barren that bearest not, break forth and cry, thou that travailest not, for the desolate have many more children than she which have, all right, and husband, going into Hagar and Sarah. Okay, because Sarah was barren. She was the last of Abraham's wives to bear, all right, children, which was Isaac. Okay, which was the child of promise, which he bare Jacob and Esau, and Jacob was chosen. Okay, and it says, now we brethren, as Isaac was, are children of the promise. Okay, so how? All right, why are they speaking about this lineage of Abraham and Isaac? Okay, why does this even matter? Okay, if you apply the narrative that Christians push, that salvation is for everyone, why did this even matter? Jerusalem, Abraham, Isaac. Why do these things matter? Why are these things being written to the Galatians? Okay, verse 29 says, but as then he that was born after the flesh persecuted him, speaking of Ishmael, that was born of the spirit, which is Isaac, even so it is now. Okay. A matter of fact, we just in the NLT says, but this Galatians 4 and 29, but ye are now being persecuted by those who want you to keep the law, just as Ishmael. It says the child. Laying on their horn. So it says, the child born by human effort persecuted Isaac, the child born by the power of spirit. Verse 30. Nevertheless, what the scripture said, cast out the bondwoman and her son, For the son of the bondwoman shall not be heir with the son of the free woman. Okay, so that cuts out that madness, that everyone, okay, is a part of the promise of Abraham. No, it just plainly said that Ishmael has nothing to do with the inheritance of Isaac. Okay, it says, so then, brethren, we are not children of the bondwoman, but of the free. Okay, which is the descendants of Isaac through Jacob. Okay, now let's go here in the book of Romans. Okay, they keep going back to the lineage. Okay, and they keep bringing up Egypt. Okay, now this is the book of Romans, chapter 9. All right, matter of fact, let's go here. Now, you got to understand, this book is written to Israelites in Rome. Okay, so why does Apostle Paul feel the need to break down the history of Jacob and Esau? Okay, why does he feel to bring about what happened in Egypt? That's Israelite history. If these are Romans, okay, if these are Edomites with togas on, why does he feel the need to go into their history? And then if these are Edomites, this is a cut to them. If he's writing to actual Edomites, because when Christians think of Romans and Greeks, they think of Edomites with togas on. Okay, so if he's writing to actual Edomites, well, he's going to say something that cuts Edomites, man. Okay, so this is Romans 9:1. I say the truth in Yahweh Shai, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed, all right, from Hamashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, okay, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises. So wait a minute. If he's saying that the Israelites, all right, pertaineth, okay, the adoption, the glory, the covenants with the S, the old and the new, the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises, why would he write this to other people? Because that means that you don't have nothing. Okay? Yahweh Shai was a promise for him to come and die. Okay, for the sins of Israel. That was a promise. The kingdom that the apostles were speaking of was a promise to the Israelites. So why would he write a letter to non-Israelites, letting them know that to pertain to all these things pertaining to Israel? So what would he have to talk about with them? Okay, what would he have to talk about the actual heathens if the Israelites, all right, pertaining, if everything pertaining to the Israelites, man? The adoption, which is the bringing back. Let's get the word adoption. Okay, let's get this word adoption. All right, in the Greek.
Strong's G 5206. We are Thesia. We are Thesia.
All right, we have to see him, which is adoption. All right, adoptions as sons. The relationship which the Most High was pleased to establish between himself and the Israelites in preference to all other nations. Okay? And in the context of this scripture, that's the only definition that makes sense. All right? Verse 4, who are Israelites to whom pertaineth the adoption. Okay? And the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the services of the Most High and the promises. Now, you go here to Galatians 3, where this is another chapter, that Christians, hijack to say, you can be a spiritual Israelite, the faith of Abraham. Well, going back to the faith of Abraham, what did Abraham believe in? Okay? He believed in a global rulership for his descendants. That's what was promised to him. Okay? So we talk about the faith of Abraham. What did Abraham believe? Okay? You can't just say the faith of Abraham, but you don't believe in the same thing that Abraham believed in. Okay? But you go here, just to go into the promise of Galatians 3 and 28. Okay? Galatians 3 and 28 says, there is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither bond nor free. There is neither male nor female, for you are all one in Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. So if you read that by itself, you can manipulate that and say, oh, okay, it's for everybody. You know, you can base in the all inclusive doctrine off that one precept, but you read the very next precept, and if you be Hamashiach, then are ye Abraham's seeds and heirs according to the promise. Okay, well, we just read who the promise pertaineth to. The promises pertain to. Okay, and the same when you go into Romans. So being Abraham's seed, okay, you have to be that physical seed of Abraham, okay, and faith in Yahushua makes you an heir to what? The promises, okay, and the promises pertaineth to who? You see, so the apostles knew exactly who they was writing to, man, and that's why they will constantly route everything back to the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to the promises. Okay? Yahweh Shai, this is in the book of Romans. Okay? Why is this even important? This is Romans 15 and 8. It says, now I say that Yahweh Shai was a minister of circumcision for the truth of the Most High, to confirm the promises made unto the fathers. Let's read this in the NLT. Romans 15 and 8 in the NLT. Remember that Yahweh Shai came as a servant to the Jews to show that God is true to the promises he made to their ancestors. Okay? The promises which he made to their ancestors. All right? So why does Israelite history even matter? Okay? If the Christian doctrine is that everybody can be saved. You know? Or some goes so far to say is Israel has been replaced. Literal Israel has been replaced with the church. Okay, so let's go from there. Uh, let's go here. Yep, I think this. Let's go to First Corinthians. All right, this is the church of Corinth. All right, this is First Corinthians 10 and 1. It says, moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers, okay, so these are actual other nations. Why is he saying our fathers, possessive? Apostle Paul was what, an Israelite of the tribe of Benjamin. Okay? So why are they steady going back to Israelite history, man, in these epistles? Okay? 1 Corinthians 10 and 1, moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea and were baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of their spiritual rock that followed them, and their rock was Hamashiach. Okay, and their rock was Hamashiach. All right. So why are they going into the time of Moses? Okay. Why are they constantly referencing Israelites history and saying our fathers? Because they knew, Apostle Paul knew exactly who he was writing to, man. Okay. That's why you go here. in the same book, 1 Corinthians 12 and 2. Ye knew, all right, ye knew that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these idols, even as you were led. Okay? So the Apostle Paul knew, all right, that he was writing to Israelites. He was teaching Israelites that had been led unto idols, all right, going back to what? The Hellenization period. When our people was forced, all right, into idolatry. Okay? Being an Israelite was punishable by death. Okay? Let's go to the account. Let's go to the history that the Apostle Paul is speaking of. Okay? Let's go to 2 Maccabees 6. You know, and it's much more, but we just gonna deal here. All right. Now this is 2 Maccabees 6 and 1. It says, not long after this, the king sent an old man to Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers and not to live after the laws of the Most High, and to pollute also the temple in Jerusalem and call it the temple of Jupiter Olympus, and that in Gerizim of Jupiter, the defender of strangers, as they did desire that dwelt in the place. The coming in of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people, for the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles, who dallied with harlots and had to do with women within the circuit of the holy places, and besides that, brought in these things that were not lawful. The altar was filled with profane things, which the law forbiddeth, neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. So it was a law not to even profess to be a Jew. Okay? So when the Apostle Paul said you was carried off to dumb idols, okay, he understood this history. Okay? So why, all right, are they constantly reiterating Israelite history if these are actual heathens? Why should it matter? Like I said earlier, if you have you work at a company and y'all have a software called T-Rex, just making the name up, software called T-Rex, and y'all do everything on this software. Okay. Now, if they bring in a new software, okay, and say, look, we done with T-Rex, you know, we got something new, and we're gonna train y'all on this. Okay, we're gonna start using Rhino, software Rhino. Okay, so now the whole company is using this software Rhino. That's what the company on now. So when they bring in new people, why would they even talk about T-Rex or train them on T-Rex? So why think about it. And if these are new converts, okay, if these if this is a new people, if this is open up to all people, okay, if the Lord not operating on the Old Testament anymore, anything, those old promises, because Christians make it seem like the New Testament voids out the Old Testament, man. Okay, so if the New Testament is a whole new agenda than the Old Testament, then why do the apostles, okay, write these letters, okay, and constantly reiterate Israelite history, Israelite promises, the adoption, okay? Come on, man. So the Apostle Paul is writing to Corinthians saying, look, we know that y'all was carried away, led away to these dumb idols. All right, because they understand the history, okay, of what happened. You see, I want to get there too, which I was gonna get there too, brother. The water for reminding me. Now, this the brother Beyond Yashala. He posted it. All right, now this is now when you read. All right, now let's read 1 Peter 1 and 1. Let's see who he's speaking to. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 1. It says, Peter, an apostle of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, okay, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia, okay? So he's writing to the churches, all right? He's writing to Israelite foreigners, okay? So if he's writing to Israelite foreigners, all right, and you go here to verse 2, it says, the elect, according to the foreknowledge of the Most High the Father, through, through sanctification of the Spirit unto obedience and sprinkling of the blood of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, grace unto you and peace be multiplied. And he said, elect according to the foreknowledge, which it was already set up. It was already set up for our people to be scattered. Okay? And then to be gathered by this word, to be scattered, and become, likened unto the heathen, okay, to fall away from their culture, to be called a no people, which you're gonna get there. Okay? But then to what? To be gathered and be restored by this word. All right. So he said the elect. Well, in the scriptures, who's referred to as the elect? All right. So when you go, this is Isaiah 45. Uh, yeah, this is Isaiah 45 and 3. It says, and I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that thou may knowest that I, the Lord, which called thee by thy name, am the power of Israel, man. Okay? And we got this wisdom in a dark place. Okay? We will receive this wisdom in a dark place. Back then, the Israelite foreigners, they were receiving the wisdom of Yahweh Shai, the wisdom of the promises, the scriptures. They received them in the dark place. Verse 4, for Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect. So why is the apostle Peter calling, all right, the believers of these churches, okay, throughout Asia Minor, why is he calling the elect? Okay? So it says, for Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. Okay, and we fell away from knowing the Most High. Okay, but we was always the nation. Okay, was the elect nation, and of the elect nation, there's an elect people, a remnant. Okay, whom he would wake up to the truth and understanding, man. Okay, let's go here. Let's get another one. Isaiah 65. All right, Isaiah 65, and this is Isaiah 65 and 16. It said, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Bashem al Shai, and the new wine is found in the cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it. So will I do for my servant's sake, that I may not destroy them all. And this is speaking of Israel. Let's read this in the NLT. Okay? And then new wine is just doctrine, man. Okay, this new song. All right, which has been preserved, all right, for his elect in this time. Okay? Because through this knowledge, we're going to be blessed, man. Okay? Through faith and understanding, we're going to be blessed. Verse 8. But I will destroy them all, says the Lord, for just as good grapes are found among a cluster of bad ones, and someone would say, don't throw them all away. Some of those grapes are good, and that's their remnant. Okay? So I will not destroy all Israel, for I still have true servants there. All right, now let's read this in verse 9. It says, I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob. Okay? He will bring forth a seed, which is speaking of a lineage out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of mine the mountains, and mine elect, shall inherit it, and my servant shall dwell there. So why is the apostle Peter speaking about the elect? That's Israelite talk, man. You see? That's Israelite talk, man. All right. This is First Peter 1 and 2. It says, elect according to the foreknowledge of the Most High the Father through the sanctification of the Spirit unto obedience and the sprinkling of the blood of Yahushua, grace unto you and peace be multiplied. Okay. So why is he speaking to these? All right. Israel. These. Why is he speaking to the churches? All right. The Gentiles scattered abroad. Why is he speaking to them about being the elect when we just read in Isaiah 2 precepts, Isaiah 45 and 5 and okay, Isaiah 65 and 9, where he refers to Israel as being his elect. Okay, so when you see the word elect in the New Testament, that's talking about Israelites. Remember, the apostles, all they had was the Old Testament. They was teaching based off Old Testament teachings that they received from Yahushua. Let's prove that. Then we're gonna get that point. And we're gonna get that point in that First Peter. That the brother posted. This is Luke 24 and 46. And it says, I started 44, it says, and he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled which are written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me. Okay? So Yahushua was breaking everything down in the Old Testament, and that's what the apostles was teaching. When they was writing letters, it was based off the teachings that they got from Yahushua about the Old Testament. That's why they keep referring to the Old Testament. Okay? The elect according to the foreknowledge of the Most High. That's the lingo from the Old Testament. Okay? Verse 45. Then open he their understanding that they might understand the scriptures. Let's get this real quick. All right? So Yahushua open them up to understand the scriptures. You get the book of Acts. All right? This is the book of Acts chapter 28. Verse 23. So this is, Apostle Paul when he was being, held, by the Romans, as he had appealed to Caesar and he was waiting, he was able to have visitors. So you had Jake, coming to see the doctrine that had everybody up in the uproar. All right, because you had synagogues all throughout. You had synagogues that was because you had our people that knew they was Israelites. All right, you had the Jews that had synagogues throughout their region outside of Judea. Okay, so the ones that was close to where the Apostle Paul was at, these are Israelites that know that they're Israelites. All right, and he went to go expound on the doctrine. How did the Apostle Paul expound on that doctrine, man? Okay, that you had a lot of gainsaying against. Okay, Acts 28 and 23 says, and when they had appointed him a day, there came many to him to his lodging, to whom he expounded and testified the kingdom, okay, of the Most High, persuading them concerning Yahushua, both out of the law of Moses and out of the prophets from morning till evening. So he expounded and testified about the kingdom. So they was teaching what? The kingdom, okay, the rulership of Israel to these churches. As a spirit 40 watching, 14 likes, 144. Okay? They were speaking about a rulership to these Israelite foreigners, man. Okay? This what was going on. You see? So when you go here to First Peter, back in First Peter, let's get the second chapter. Like I said, the brother was young, put it up, brought it to my remembrance. This First Peter 2:9. All right. It says, but ye, remember, he's writing to the churches, okay? He's writing to a lot of these places that's in Asia Minor, okay? These former Greek city states, okay? It said, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Okay? Now, it said you are a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people. Now, where is he getting this from? It's the book of Exodus, chapter 19. Okay, I started at 1. It says, in the third month, Exodus 19:1. In the third month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai, for they were departed from Rephidim and were come to the desert of Sinai and had pitched in the wilderness, and there Israel camped by the mountain. And Moses went up unto the Most High, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel. Okay, so this is addressed to Israelites. Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Okay, because the chariot, which Yahweh was in that chariot, was aiding their salvation. You know, that's what he's speaking of about eagle wings. Okay, because he was aided. It was to tell you how the chariots of the Lord shot the wheels off the chariots of the Egyptian military when they was coming through the Red Sea. Okay, verse 5. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, okay, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. Okay? So why is the Apostle Peter referring, all right, referencing something that was told in Exodus, okay? If he's writing to non-Israelites, if salvation is for everyone, okay, and it don't matter what you are anymore, why is he reiterating promises made in Exodus the 19th chapter? Okay, because they knew they was writing to Israelites, man. Okay, them GMS Boston cats is tripping, man. All right, this is First Peter 2:9 again. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar treasure, that ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light, which in time past were not people, but are now the people of the Most High, which had not attained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. Okay? Which in times past were not a people. Okay? And we became a no people through generation, okay, of being Hellenized, man. We became a no people in America after generations of being westernized. Okay? It's the same thing, man. All right? Except this is the time where Yahweh Shai actually returns. Okay? Let's go here. And this is the prophecy that we all fulfill when you go to Hosea 1:10, which I seen a brother post that as well. All right, it's the book of Hosea, chapter 1, verse 10. And it said, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people, there should be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. Ye are the sons of the living power. Okay? Yasha Allah, man. Okay? And that's mainly happening where? Here in America. You see? So when you look at the New Testament, why is it still heavily, okay, pro Israel? Okay? Why is it why does it go into Israelite history? Why does it go into promises made to Israelites? Okay? Because they're speaking to Israelites and putting them in remembrance of who they are, man. Okay, just in this time, we've been putting in the remembrance of who we are. Our pure minds have been stirred up, though we once knew this, man. Okay, because we're those people. All right, so that's the point. I just want to bring that out, Lord will, you brothers. All right, and you sisters were edified once again, and give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders, GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards other brothers, and peace and blessing salutations, hopefully. Shalom.